YouTube? It's your boy Sleep back with another video, and today we're reacting to
Top G was just a character.
All right, that boy got a rented Bugatti. A rented Bugatti, man. It's not really crazy. I really don't care. But it does make it look like he put on a fake facade though to look a certain type of way. But this is why I say internet's not real, bro. So we gonna get into that. But before we do, go ahead and like the video, hype the video, sub up. Let's see what the video hit for. Let go.
Top G is an individual who is capable in all realms, as my father said. Sheer indefatigability and unmatched perspicacity made him a feared opponent in all realms of human endeavor. When you are Top G, you are dangerous at everything. That's why I'm Top G. If they were to say to you, you have to go on a racetrack and race Tate in supercars, you'd be like, I have to race Tate.
Wealthy. For an example, the 2.1 million Aston Martin and the 5 to 7 million Bugattis featured in Tristan's videos were rented. The valuation of they even his watch collection they got going on, gang.
You have to go in the boxing ring and fight Tate. I have to fight Tate.
He did get fucked up by a Love Island contestant, by the way. That's crazy, bro. Love Island? Perfect match. Whatever. Dating show contestant and shit like that. Yeah. He basically Love Island contestant because they all in the same family, bro. I think he was in love. Was it? I don't know. But that's the bad luck either way. Top G got knocked down by this nigga. Now, he is tall and athletic. He plays ball. I didn't know he boxes, though, but still. You were an MMA fighter, were you not?
It doesn't matter what the competition is. As soon as they say my name, you're going to be like, oh, for f***ing sake.
Well, hold on now, because the car thing and the fight thing are cat. The latest news about the Tate brothers is so mind-boggling, but so expected that all I can do is laugh about it. While Andrew Tate did put the G in Top G, coming out of all of these court documentations for their current trial that they're on, it seems as though the G stands for grandstanding, for clown, for fake, for fraud. Because in the court documents, we were finding out in real time that the Bugattis and the Maseratis and all of the fancy cars that they had were rented. In the discovery case where the courts are...
Do it really matter though? Is it a big deal that he doesn't own a Bugatti? I mean, yeah, because he'd be flexing it. That's one. But realistically though, you have to have money to rent a Bugatti, nigga, and to keep it that long that you would think that it's yours. You know what I'm saying? That's money in itself. It's not cheap. Just to rent something like that is probably like $900 a day on Toro or something like that. Probably like $1,200. Who knows? Maybe. But yeah, that's still bread though. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's rented, leased, financed. You know what I'm saying? Apparently buying cars in cash is not really a flex. It has something to do with like building your credit or whatever. But yeah, I don't think you can, because niggas gonna look on Twitter and be like, oh, he's renting a Bugatti? Andrew Tate is broke. No, he's not broke, nigga, because you need money to even do that. You feel what I'm saying? So, is it really a bad thing for real?
Pulling out all of this evidence to support the case that Tate brothers have built this empire of selling and moving these women in order to fund their whole lifestyle, and they became wealthy and rich off of it. Their lawyer is coming out and openly saying that, hey, all of that stuff is fake. That is a persona. That is...
Oh, he might be pulling a 6ix9ine. You know how when he owed all those taxes and shit like that? Now they're playing broke? Or like when rappers get sued or owed money, they'd be like, yeah, filing for bankruptcy to show that I'm broke. Getting my stuff repossessed to show that I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I don't got that. To get out of paying certain shit. So maybe it's that.
Image, we needed it. It was just a marketing tool of it all. The government on one hand is saying that these guys are a flight risk because they have all this money, they have all these high-end vehicles, but the lawyer for the Tate brothers is saying, we had to return those to Toro. We had to bring those back to Enterprise or Budget or Avis. All of that stuff was just for us to put on this show for social media. And this only validates all of the things that we have been saying on YouTube for the past couple of years about the Tate brothers and all of these other red pill guys. But in order to truly understand why this new court documentation is so damaging, damaging. You have to understand how pivotal this image of wealth and success and all these other things played into the Tate brothers' lifestyle that they were selling to a young, unsuspecting, and ultimately loser fan base. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. We're on a race to 200 and the next stop is 190,000. So please join the train.
Hey, hit that sub button if you're watching right now. You know what I'm saying? We is on the way to 2K. Road to 10K. Let's get there. You feel what I'm
Before
saying?
it takes off. Now, back
40
into the
away.
video. Andrew Tate didn't just own all of these fancy cars, these watches,
That's a
these
nice watch, though.
jewelries, all these different things, etc., because he liked
I
them.
can't wait till I get my first bust down. I don't know if I want a bust down chain or bust down grill. Which one? I don't know. I'll probably get like, which is priority first? Probably a crib. Probably a new crib.
No, he needed
I
this
guess.
because it was a way to show people that all of the people that were criticizing him were saying bad things about him, all these things. At the end of the day, they didn't know money better than him. He was the ultimate guru of gurus, and anything that he said would lead you to this financially successful path. He would use this stuff so much that even in a part of his rebuttals to people that would say bad things about him, he would ask the simple question, "What color is your Bugatti?" Mind you, he's from Washington,
What color is your
DC.
Bugatti?
Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, well, what color's your Bugatti?
Like the genius marketer he is, Andrew
Got the little
Tate
yes man in the back
continuously
laughing and
flexed
shit.
and
Shut up.
flaunted all of the things that, you know, the men that were aspiring to be him didn't have. This wasn't just about the girls. We also know that people like the shiny things. He would talk about these enormous and elaborate car collections that he owned, cars that people had never even seen of or heard of, or if they had, it had only been in part of a video game. He was making claims that he had personally
GTA
spent his
cars.
own money to buy these cars, and it got so bad to a point that he would officially retire because he pretty much bought in every car known to man that was fast or good looking or whatever the case may be. He was going to retire from the game because he had done it all.
I got 30 cars in 3 months. It's out of control, it's unnecessary, and I can't drive them all. Has to stop. The new Bugatti is 5. The Jescos were 5 each. That's 15. The two Jamaras were 5 each. That's
Then
25.
why get two of those?
Pagani was around 5.
That
That's
shit
30.
ugly
The
as hell.
Rimac was around 5. That's 35. My 812 competitions were 1.5 each. I got 4 of those.
My thing is you get all these supercars, but it's like it's the same type of shit. So what's the point? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never gonna get that rich to where I'm getting like almost the same of everything, nigga. Unless it's like Jordans and shit. But like you getting all these cars and they damn near look the same, just different variants. I'd rather have like one supercar, one SUV. You feel me? I'll get a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Some type of truck. So I probably get the Benz truck because that's my dream car. Still, I don't care what people say. I'll get the AMG. Either the AMG or I'll get the GLA. The GLA AMG is tough. Is that still a truck? No, that's an SUV. And then for the car, I will get a Supra. Either a Supra or some type of, I'll probably get a Lambo over the Corvette. Some type of Lambo, probably the Venador. But yeah, different cars. Slide a Bentley in there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But like not the same type. You just named all these GTA ass cars and shit, and half of them is ugly. This shit right here, I'm sorry, I don't care how much money it costs, dog. That's like niggas saying, oh, what I got on is fire though, but it's Gucci or it's Louis. Nigga, I don't care. I don't. it still look you still look like the fucking Grinch, nigga. It still look ash. Like this right here looks. It's not, well, to me personally, I'm sorry, I have to say that. But yeah, bro, I don't care how much bread you got, nigga. If you buying stupid shit, that's why DDG be losing me sometimes, nigga. He be like, but it's this brand though. It still look retarded. Well, I can't say that. It still look dumb.
I cannot just spend 50,
My bad,
$60 million
YouTube, chill.
on this. I need to stop. It's enough. I'm done. No more. Retired from cars until probably August, and I'll buy 10.
Who are these guys that
August,
are
then I'll buy
believing
10
this
more.
stuff?
Okay,
Like,
wait.
that's what's actually blowing my mind. Is that somebody really sat there and believed that he spent this much money on cars and was like, you know what, this guy's right. I gotta listen to him. Idiots, just idiots.
Like, how is
but it
he
wasn't just limited to the cars of it all,
accumulating
because
those
Tate
funds
recognizes
still?
that everybody doesn't have the same vices as everyone else. Everybody doesn't get their rocks off at hearing a engine roar and a small car goes. Yeah. Some people live in cities in America. You can't even get around like that. So he made sure that he covered the entire spectrum of what would get somebody who is young.
I don't know, because in New York, nigga, after a certain speed, they stop chasing you, nigga. So, so hey, you don't know. I'm probably I really honestly don't want to leave a tri-state, to be honest with you. I actually want to probably move to New York. I know you're probably paying for a closet, but I'll get a high rise, nigga, in New York, or maybe New Jersey's still valid. You feel me? A luxury apartment in New Jersey, just mind my business. That's cool. I'm cool. But to move to LA, you worry about set tripping and going to certain hoods. Go to Miami, you gotta worry about the gold diggers and the scammers and all them niggas. Go to ATL, you gotta worry about stopping at the gas station at night, you know what I'm saying? I got time for that, bro. I'm in Jersey. I don't gotta pump my own gas. Sorry. But still, it's like, and ATL is a whole bunch of fake niggas. Same with Houston. Houston is a whole bunch of fake niggas. Texas alone, I'm sorry.
Impressionable, looking for a way out. He wouldn't cover the whole spectrum of things that would get their rocks off. He went for the jewelry too.
So for the man who has everything, a beautiful, brand new,
That's a nice box though.
fully custom, best VVS diamond quality, Patek 5980.
That is absolutely amazing.
That shit is so ass.
Flawless honeycomb.
I'm sorry, bro. Like, what's up, dog? Babe, I know it costs money, bro, but it's like, if it's not hard, and you feel me? I like the ones with the Arabic Arabic numbers and stuff, like the numeral. Yeah, never mind, bro.
About 2,500 diamonds in there. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
How much
He
you pay
wasn't
for
just
that?
putting his watches on ice. He was putting his
Thank you, sir. 2,500 diamonds in there. Best flawless honeycomb thing. A beautiful, brand new, fully custom, best VVS diamond quality, Patek.
But they say that though, and they said it's 250,000 diamonds in that bitch. That's not the whole watch though. So what's the word? You just got bedazzled watch with some diamonds in it, and then they tax you just because it's custom. Like, what type of watch is this again? I can't see that.
Brand new, fully custom, best VVS diamond quality, Patek 59.
Patek.
That is absolutely amazing.
Patek Philippe.
Best flawless honeycomb
I guess.
stitching. There's about 2,500 diamonds in there. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
But he wasn't just
I
putting
guess,
his
man.
watches on ice, he was putting his champagne there too. And he was also putting the champagne on yachts, showing this extravagant lifestyle that you could achieve only if you purchased his courses.
These are not plastic, these are metal. These must be Lamborghini forks.
Yeah, Lamborghini forks.
How much did Lamborghini forks cost for the Lamborghini belt?
The cutlery set was 18,000 euros, and the glasses were 15,000, and they are super paper thin, made in Italy. Pretty
They
neat.
are metal, they're pretty cool. Kind of feels like a weapon of some sort. Feels like a ninja blade.
And these plates also.
I never used the metal
Lamborghini forks,
utensil
Lamborghini
before.
plates, Lamborghini boat.
Come on, y'all. Lamborghini
Lamborghini Forks is
Who's
crazy,
falling
dog.
for this shit? Together, the cars, the watches, the yachts, the travel, the Lamborghini Forks created the top G persona that Andrew Tate used in order to manipulate and spin his story to these young, impressionable men. One of the reasons why we know that is because we have testimonials of teachers talking about how these young boys are in class glamorizing and admirizing, a word I just made up, the Andrew Tate top G lifestyle.
I feel so many things about this. One thing is that I spoke to a teacher last night who works at an all-boys school, and the teacher told me that Andrew Tate is probably the #1 topic of conversation amongst the boys in that school right now. The teacher also told me they have had conversations with students where they have kind of parroted what Andrew Tate is telling them. So we can't act like this is all silly and it doesn't matter, because even in Australia, it is getting to young men and kind of infiltrating the way they think, particularly when it comes to women, but also matters like homophobia. It's deeply homophobic. Like, of course, this is a mixture of a bizarre message with a danger.
Here's my thing, right? Why they only care when it's like people that are saying dumb like when it's men that have influence over younger men, but it's like when it comes to women that be saying dumb shit, you feel what I'm saying? It's like y'all don't have the same energy. You feel me? Like, for instance, there's this older lady on TikTok, right? All she does is degrade men and gaslight, invalidate feelings of those said men, right? But she's talking to the woman and she's saying, that argument you having with your homeboy, with your mans, you're not wrong. He's just a bitch. You know, I don't like that word. He's just a B. And probably the reason why y'all are arguing is because he's gay. So you're not wrong for feeling how you feeling. You're right. Ain't nothing wrong with you. It's just that he's a bitch. Da 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 da. It's just going, and it's this old lady just living by herself. She probably got a few cats running around. She's just doing her makeup and shit to go nowhere. You're not going on dates, nothing, especially with that Mrs. Side Tooth. And, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't got the perfect teeth, but it still look better than whatever's in her mouth. You know what I'm saying? Besides just sticking it. But it's cool. But yeah, stuff like that is getting over millions of views. Her last 7 videos have over 1 million views. Nothing under. One of them has 7 million right now. Influences like that. Because once girls easily manipulated and gaslighted. They hear that. Oh, I didn't really do nothing wrong. I'm not the problem. If they hear somebody tell them that, they'll believe it. And then they start coping. You feel what I'm saying? And then it becomes a problem. All this today's man, lonely epidemic and stuff like that is not real. You feel me? But because they hear everything, they regurgitate what they hear online and shit like that. Is social media is really, you know what I'm saying, messing up the mental on both sides, not just men. So you got Andrew Tate, their demon is the biggest problem as far as influences to younger people. But then you also have people like Woo Lady that's over here they basically sex traffic young women and teach, you know what I'm saying, and feed them to certain people so that they can start selling that box. You feel me? Hey, I'm just saying, bro. It's just like,
Dangerous message.
y'all make it. All he's saying is get in the gym, stop being lazy, get your money up. You feel me? Sure, he says some crazy stuff about women sometimes. Oh, women can't vote. They shouldn't vote. They shouldn't drive. This is not. It's a little bit, you know what I'm saying, extreme. You feel me? But other than that, you're supposed to take the positives away from that. And if you can't do that, then you're just hive mind, dog.
Andrew Tate has said he wouldn't give CPR to a man who was struggling to breathe because that would be gay. Like, the level of just ridiculousness.
He's not obligated to give CPR to begin with. And you probably shouldn't perform CPR if you're not trained to do so. And I'm pretty sure he's not trained to do so. He's trained to do everything else, though. But yeah, nah. If he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have to do it. But if you're a what do you call it? EMT, you're obligated to do that. You have to do that shit.
With what he spreads.
If you're trained for CPR, you have to do that shit.
Insanity.
Now, while part of me does think it's slightly funny, if I saw one of my classmates get into an argument with a teacher, and that classmate asked the teacher, what color is your Bugatti? A little bit of laughter in there. I can't even lie to you. I also think it's extremely disgusting and detrimental what this propped up lifestyle had done to the youth. The sad part about it is that you would think that it would stop for these young, super underdeveloped kids. Once their frontal lobe starts to develop, they would see the real, but that's not exactly how it works. Andrew Tate wasn't even targeting these young 10-year-old boys who found him funny. He was targeting the young adult male. The same lies that worked on these young boys who believed that Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny were real also worked on grown-ass men who were willing to pay for his actual teachings to hear him talk about the different colors of his Bugatti. Former student Kareem Muhammad says he joined the real world to become rich, but spent up.
Meanwhile, of course, instructors push their students to work unsustainably long hours in pursuit of their goals. In some cases, recommended they work up to 16 hours a day. God damn. Or sleep just 3 hours a night, which I was getting, probably like 4 hours, according to former students. Yeah, that's crazy.
Up to 16 hours a day making promotional clips for Tate and earn nothing. This is why we need fathers.
But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sitting in this computer for 16 hours a day would really fry the fuck out of me, bro. I would have to step out at night. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I know the feeling. I used to do it. And it's not fun. It's not cool. I get headaches a lot. You know what I'm saying? More often. I be drained. It's not fun. So
brothers
That's
in the
not-
homes because somebody
yeah.
should have swoop smacked him upside the back of his head. Imagine paying Tate to get the wise words about how you can be as successful as him, only for him to make you an unpaid editor for the clips of a Bugatti that you don't even know on the backside of it has
It's
a
not his.
rental plate on it. Tate presented an idea to these young men that getting wealthy, getting successful, having all of these dollars was the solution to all of their problems. Not just the ones about owning all of these products, these, vanity metrics in the cars, the watches, the boats, and all these other things. But if you had problems with women as well, this was going to solve it. Money was the answer, and Andrew Tate had the solution for you. Once you're rich and famous and can have any girl on the planet, you realize they're all scum and you don't want a single one. Tate used this same exact lifestyle that he was pitching to everyone as a means to say, hey, I've got it all figured out. But once that same lifestyle came back to bite him in the ass in court, those lawyers jumped ship and started spinning a whole different story. Online, Tate presented himself as one of the most richest
And that's why I say I don't think that is rented, because who the fuck is renting all that shit in the back? You feel what I'm saying? He probably just saying that for the case itself, like just to make it seem as though he doesn't really have it like that for court purposes. You feel what I'm saying? But as far as renting a Bugatti, I don't think he rented the Bugatti, nigga. But his other cars, I don't think it's facade. I just think he's trying to play safe because remember, 6ix9ine was in trouble with the courts and all that, and he said he ain't got it. They started auctioning off his shit, I guess, to show, you know what I'm saying, that he don't really got it. But then a few months later, he over here popping it. He's still popping it. He was just popping it on Dirk. He's a free man. He still has his crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's still flexing and shit. So it's like, I
capable
understand
man
that part.
alive. But in those courtrooms, these lawyers painted a whole different picture. They said that, this was the attention seeking of it all. This was just things to get people to watch. And it was fundamental and
Are they under
foundational
oath
to
saying
the
that shit?
business model that he was selling to an audience. The lawyers wrote, Andrew and Tristan are social media personalities. Their business model depends on online attention. The outrageousness of the posts by them about them is the point. The more hyperbolic and outlandish the post, the more likely it will generate views and likes, which generates income. In short, they are playing a role. You see, online, he was Top G, and in the courthouse, he was Chop G, the character played by Andrew Tate. Online, he was a trillionaire, and in real life, in those courtrooms, that trillionaire persona was a hyperbolic exaggeration for comedic effect. I can't make this up. The things that I'm showing to you on the screen are transcripts from the courthouse. Online, the yachts
So, like, here's the thing, right? You can call me dumb, but I honestly don't know it, which is why I'm asking. So, when they're saying that, are they under oath that they have to tell the truth, like the lawyers and stuff like that? Or are you only under oath when you're on the stand? Can I make anything? Can I say anything to fit a certain narrative, even if it's not true, in court? But I have to tell the truth on stand under oath? Or is the whole thing, you feel me? Like, because I ain't gonna lie, some cases they be lying. They be twisting certain facts to make it fit a certain narrative and stuff like that. So I'm not saying that he 100% is pulling a facade for the social media, but you got to think though, like, what are they? I probably missed the way they said what they were trying to get him for, but nigga, so it happens where people file for bankruptcy, people say they don't got it for real. They show their bank accounts, move money to other accounts just to show that they don't really got it a lot, or that they have so much funds and bills to pay that they don't have enough to give out for like settlements and lawsuits. It's not too far
represented
off.
freedom and success.
Y'all really
In
think
those
y'all really think Tate is broke, bro? This nigga's not running around with motion picture money, nigga, like that other scamming ass LARPer. You feel me?
courtrooms, those
Begging
were
ass
just
LARPer.
things that Tate paid to promote his business. It was somebody else.
Like, how the fuck do you get a super yacht? How do you? I mean, come on, bro. Like, is you really renting a super yacht, dog? I mean, yes, you are. But are you really buying a super? You know how much yachts cost? A lot. You know how much PJs cost? A lot. Some people don't even have private jets. They just fly private jets, which is already 20 bands just to fly that shit there and back, or one way. I think it's one way. It's 20 bands, 16 to 20, depending on, you know what I'm saying. So
Online, those Bugattis that he had in different colors represented superiority over broke men. But in those courtrooms, the $5 million and $7 million Bugattis shown in Tristan's videos were all rented. So for the past 6, 7, however long Tristan and Andrew Tate have been on the scene, years, they have been painting this picture that they had it all figured out. They knew exactly what was going on. And for what it's worth, I do think that they did. They figured out that this persona was the thing that they needed in order to get in front of these young men, flex in front of them, take advantage of them, etc., etc. They spent years flexing and calling everybody broke. You shouldn't listen to that person, and the third, because they don't know what they're talking about. The proof that we know what we're talking about is seen in watches, in the pockets, and in—
Well, I don't know if you noticed, but that's literally how this YouTube shit works. You feel what I'm saying? You know those niggas that the car niggas that's always flexing the nice Quan, for example, the fake it till you make it nigga. Not fake it till you make it, but you kind of build your way up to it being real. You feel me? You may finance a Hellcat and then say, oh, I bought this Hellcat with like loads of money in your hands at such and such years old, right? And then for the next month, you're making Hellcat content paying off for that car. Now, after a certain while, you own that Hellcat and now you buy a better car. You probably trade into Hellcat to get that car. Still got some funds left to pay off that car, and you make content with that car, customizing it, doing all this extra shit to fund having that car, to where that car is now yours, and then you build it up from there. And then you making so much bread at that point, you're really living what you were saying that you were living, not just saying that you live. Now you're doing it, and now it's not a facade no more. You fake it till you make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man. I mean, he already made it, so I don't know why he's still. Maybe it's like a financial decision, but I don't know.
in the keys, all these different things. But then when we get in the court, the lawyers are saying, hey man, all these people took that flexing way too seriously. My clients were joking. You guys can't take a joke. And I know that there are some Tate supporters that are gonna come out today and argue that these were a bunch of shell companies, that these people were moving money left, right, and sideways. It went from an LLC to an S Corp. All of a sudden everybody becomes a fucking tax guru. But that's where the real embarrassment came in. Why appearing wealthier actually benefited the Tate brothers. Tate did not only display his wealth, he constantly told other men that they were poor because they lacked something and he was someone they should listen to. Andrew Tate would frame all of these different situations and scenarios that are plaguing young, impressionable men around the world by needing one solution and one solution only. And that was getting a bunch of money. And how would you get that money? By joining his Hustlers University.
When I sit here as the richest—
I ain't gonna lie, I did this shit and I joined that shit. But then when I found out all the stuff that they was doing to even make money and shit like that, I'm like, do I really want to do this? Because one of them was what's it called? It's basically like brand scaling. Was it? Oh no, it was basically like, I forgot what it was, but one of them is basically like you write yeah, I can't remember what it's called, so I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Yeah.
person who's ever fucking wasted his time talking to your fucking dumbass
just gonna shut up.
and tells you what to do, you don't fucking listen to me. Oh, well, Tate, you
When
know,
I figure out what it's called,
maybe
I'll say
he's
it.
wrong about— you're broke. How can I be wrong when you're in the poor category and I'm in the rich category? I obviously know something you fucking don't, you arrogant dickhead. And we're—
Now, to be fair, you did do a little bit of sex trafficking, human trafficking, you know what I'm saying? Technically, on paper, you did. You was pimping out these hoes on the webcam, you feel what I'm saying? Bringing in the funds, turning them up, getting a percentage, and then use that money to skyrocket into something else. And then so on and so forth. All money ain't good money, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the third and least common category is stupid.
That message, albeit deranged, because I don't know who you are talking to me like that. What do you think of a person who actually enjoys being talked to like that? I do want to acknowledge that there's probably some trauma from some past things that was going on, but why do you feel like you can talk to me like that, gang? But that message
care
gets
how rich you
hammered
are,
home
nigga.
when you surround yourself with the Bugattis, the Ferraris, the watches, the shirts, the sunglasses, the private jets, and all of this luxury and lavish lifestyle. He made his position of authority so believable with all of these uber vain metrics. And then he would turn around and sell you this course as a way to get access to all of this information that he would hold sacred to his heart, that made him so successful, at least successful through the YouTube videos. And this is exactly how Andrew Tate's lawyers feel as though they can paint this picture that, hey, these guys needed this means of saying like, hey, we're wealthy online. This is what we look like online. Look at us, flashy rich, in order to sell their business of self-help. The Tates are engaged in several businesses teaching men how to earn money. It is in their interest to portray themselves on social media as uber wealthy. And to me, that's what makes this more embarrassing than just simply renting a car. Tate mocked young men for being broke, showed them a lifestyle filled with cars, yachts, watches, and women, and then charged them to learn how he supposedly achieved this. The Bugattis weren't proof that the teachings worked. The Bugattis were just advertisements for these teachings. The audience saw the yacht, but not the rental agreement. They saw the Bugatti, but they didn't see the Enterprise or Budget or Hertz bumper sticker on the back of it. They saw the top G, but they didn't see that as a promotional or motivational character. Tate sold this dream of becoming him through taking all these courses, and ultimately you can end up being like him, wearing the things that he has, etc., etc. But now his defense is saying, well, that was just a character, no different than the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, Johnny Bravo, or whoever else you see on Disney Channel or Cartoon Network. The Tate brothers spent years convincing these young men that results were the only things that mattered. His cars were the results, his yachts were the results, his watches, the luxury lifestyle, all of these things were results of all of this hard work that he had put in. But now that these results are being used as some sort of proof that he was a part of all of these criminal enterprises, the lawyer is peeling back the curtain and unveiling what even I believe to be true this whole time, is that this was all some sort of promotional skit, some sort of gimmick. Now listen, I'm not saying that Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate didn't have some sort of money. They were getting money, of course. Hell, joining these courses, getting on these trips and joining these seminars and
Think about it like this. For that whole Hustlers Academy or whatever, say there's like minimum 20,000 people in that bitch, right? You got 20,000 people paying you $50 each, right? A month. Let's just say off that alone, we do 20,000 times 50. It's $1 million, nigga. For that whole year, that's what he was doing. And some people were actually I've followed accounts that did the steps or participated in that and actually like put mad effort into doing whatever they were teaching. And they came up, not only were they coming up off on social media, he built his YouTube, kind of documenting the whole thing, but he actually started making money, getting his clientele up, getting his skill set up to where now he was kind of like lost for words and didn't know how to process the shit. I can't remember what his name is, but it was some light-skinned dude. I don't know if he was Spanish or what. But at first, you could see his first video doing it. He's literally in like a small room, probably like at his parents' crib. And months later, this niggas is on a high-rise in Miami, just kind of like speechless and shit, just not knowing how to take it all in. He's looking around like, I can't believe this is happening. It's happening so fast. But this is what happens when you put in the work, And he kind of was transparent about what it was that he was doing. So for some people it did work, but it's just a matter of how much effort you want to put into it. You feel what I'm saying? That's all it is. But as far as this whole facade shit, who knows? Does it affect you in real life? Not really, but it's just entertainment. With that being said, that's the end of this video. Make sure y'all like the video, hype the video, comment down below, and sub up. We is locked in. Let's get it. Bow.